but there was that potential to know that, like, hey, the piracy was active when I was doing it. Like, you could get attacked.
Yeah.
So it's, even though you're not like in the midst of some like major, dopamine rush confrontation, the thought of that happening produces a little bit of dopamine, and it's addictive.
Yeah.
It's dopamine's addictive. I mean, and there's good dopamine, and there's stuff that we dopamine rushes with certain drugs and things like that aren't good.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Highly addictive.
Yeah.
Right. So we can talk about fight or flight being broken and just keeping the fight on all the time and what that does energy wise and mentally. But we talk about the dopamine as well. We're talking about the chemicals in our body. That's another level. And as we talked before, just briefly, we talked about neuropathways. It's maybe that's a new term for my audience today, but neuropathways is once an action is repeated multiple times, your brain will actually carve out a pathway in your brain, and new neurons will be firing off and want to replicate that same pathway over and over again. And there are negative associations with neuropathways that I hear a lot with, like porn or drugs or other things that shoot that same neural pathway, that line, that pathway in your brain that is so easy to repeat the same actions over and over again. But it's like that for military guys who have been in some conflict, and that pathway has been drawn, and those dopamine and other hormones release and want that same hit over and over again.